Hey, I'm your clutter. You can call me Mayhem.
And I don't live under your bed.
I live right here. This is your entranceway pileup. It's where all your plans go to die. Let's ruin your morning. The other day I was just laying in bed scrolling the internet and I started watching all these hilarious Mayhem Allstate commercials.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, well, I've been plotting to destroy you. Sizing you up, calculating your every move.
You think this is love?
This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce.
And that got me thinking, what does mayhem mean to me? And totally clutter, that's what came to mind. Like, I just think about the chaos it creates, so I thought it would be really fun to make a video where I'm mayhem. I'm also going to share some quick tips so that you can kick mayhem and clutter to the curb for good.
Where are my shoes?
Where's my shoes?
Where are my jacket? Do you have my phone charger?
I don't have your charger. You took my charger.
No, you took my charger.
Always like this. I told you already.
It's 7:42 a.m. You have exactly 2 minutes to leave. So naturally, I've relocated your keys. I've also created a thrilling new game called Whose Backpack Is This? Spoiler alert, it's no one's. Now for the grand finale. You've got to leave right now. Already late, but somebody needs the library book from 2021.
Okay, come on, let's go.
I'm driving. I gotta put my shoes on.
I get to drive.
That, what you just saw, my worst freaking nightmare. And the truth is, I used to live like this because I didn't have systems, but it doesn't have to be chaos every time you leave or come home. It's simple things like hooks for coats and backpacks and purses, a spot for your actual keys to go, places and homes for all the stuff that's just laying around or ends up piling up. Giving that an actual home, a simple home, even just a basket, is all you need to finally have control of your entranceway. Hi, still Mayhem. This is your temporary solution. Because you don't have a system. You've got a pile that keeps you up at night. Watch closely as the doom bin enters its adult phase, slowly eating important documents. Now your brain has a fun new hobby, checking this bin and pile compulsively, forever, till the end of time, because there might be something important in there that you're forgetting. And you definitely are. Picture day. Great. You definitely need this important form. Good luck finding it, sucker. It's in there. Probably. Like a needle in a haystack that you built. Oops. I've upgraded you from clutter to a full event. This is why doom bins and catch-all bins don't always work. It's not that I hate the concept, it's just that when all the important things are mixed together with the unimportant things in a giant pile, it creates chaos and mayhem. The solution is literally a few sorted containers exactly where you're naturally putting things down. So have one spot just for action, have another spot for things that have to be returned, and have a spot for things like cables and the water bottles and the random stuff your family puts down. Just make sure that that isn't mixed in with the super important form that you need to fill out for school picture day. It doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but a few simple sorted categories where you naturally pile your clutter, that is organization. That literally stops the clutter and the chaos in its tracks. Why you gotta ruin my fun? Listen. Take the quiz, find out how you naturally organize, and find a simple system that works for your brain. Fine, I'll take my mess somewhere else. This, one of my personal favorites, the half-finished projects. Here's how it goes. Step 1, get really excited about doing the thing. Step 2, start the thing and spread out all the supplies. Step 3, get overwhelmed or tired or just run out of time, leave it. Step 4, look at it every day and be reminded by your constant failure. Extra bonus points if it's emotionally charged, like you're doing a photo wall or a scrapbook, you're organizing memories, all the things that combine feelings, procrastination, and utter defeat right on your table. Come on, dude, not the memories. You've gone too far. This is a really common clutter problem. So you've started a project and it can be something sentimental like a scrapbook, or you want to make a craft, a homemade something, or you could just be building a chair from IKEA and you ran out of time. But the clutter is still everywhere and you can't actually put it away because you're not done, right? But there is a solution so that it's not just out taking up your living space. My favorite thing to use is a 3-tiered cart or project boxes. Especially for crafts, I love a cart because things are still really accessible and everything that you would normally want out is still out, but you can roll the cart away when you're not using it so that you can actually still use your living space. Project boxes are the same idea. You're just taking all of the tools that you use for the current project and you're putting them in something. So it's not away, but again, it's not chaos and mayhem. A junk drawer. A shrine to the phrase, I might need this. Is this important? No. Does it belong here? No. Will I throw it out? Absolutely freaking not. And when you can't shut the drawer, it's just storage expansion. Here comes the fun police. Your junk drawer does not have to be complicated. It's literally as simple as drawer dividers. This is kind of the secret to any messy, chaotic drawer, is giving every little compartment a different category. And you can take this a step further by using paper, either old flyers, newspaper, or craft paper, and laying it down and cutting a template in your drawer. Go to the store, the dollar store has lots, and buy the drawer dividers to perfectly fit your drawer. And then sort into that. Anything that doesn't fit has to go somewhere else or be decluttered. Stop overthinking your drawers. You're such a buzzkill. Dude, stop. You are not that tough. Excuse me? Excuse me? Listen, broski, you are not like a moral failing. You are not even a bad guy. You are not my personality. You're just clutter. And the only reason you're here is because I'm not using the right system to contain you. How dare you? If your organization never seems to stick and you're constantly like tidying and it's just getting messy again, you're not lazy. You're not even a messy person. You're just not using a system that works for your brain. So do me a favor and go to clutterbug.com and take the quiz and really discover your organizing style and get a real plan, a custom solution so that you can design a home that stays tidy for good. This is about building a home that works for you. What if I like living in chaos? And you are going to hate this. Listen, I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can get rid of mayhem and clutter once and for all. I'll be back. No, you won't. By the way, I left something super important in a safe place. Good luck finding it. I have to take a second to thank today's video sponsor, HelloFresh. I'm all about wanting to eat healthier right now, but I don't love cooking. And I definitely don't like meal planning or grocery shopping, which is why I love HelloFresh, because they take care of all of that for me. 3 times a week, I get amazing meals delivered to my door. Everything is pre-portioned, so there's no waste. It's really easy with step-by-step instructions. It feels kind of like a cooking class. I could put together a gourmet, delicious meal in minutes, and I don't have to do any of the thinking. I'm saving money because I'm not getting takeout or having to go to restaurants, and I'm not wasting food. I definitely recommend HelloFresh for you too. Use my code ClutterbugFM at HelloFresh.com for 10 free meals plus free shipping. Free meals applied at discount on first box, new or returning subscribers only. Varies by plan. Click the link below or use my code ClutterbugFM at HelloFresh.com. So I hope you're actually feeling really inspired, maybe motivated to kick mayhem out of your house. And each of the areas that I did clean up, it was faster than I thought. Sometimes a huge mess can feel really overwhelming, but it's all about identifying what you're putting down, where you're naturally putting it down, knowing your style, and just having simple solutions to catch the clutter, whether it's a cart or a bin or a basket or a hook. Stop overthinking it. You deserve a space that is calm, and you can make that happen today. Again, I'm going to put a link to the Clutterbug quiz down below so you can take that free quiz and get lots of ideas of how to set up a home that works just for you. If you're new to my channel, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. Every single week I'm offering free organizing tips and advice, usually not quite as weird as this, but sometimes we make fun of clutter and we say things in a unique way. We'll see you guys next time.
I'll just move to your coffee table.
Don't do that. How dare you? I'll be back.
No, you won't. I left something really important in the safe place.
Wait, I gotta leave. I'll be back. Wait.
You're going too soon.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna come back. By the way, I left something super important in a really safe place. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Maybe that was overkill.
Can we do the laugh?
The methodical laugh. Okay, ready. Okay, it's squeaky right here. By the way, I left something really important in a... Nope. The quotations are wrong. By the way, I left something super important in a safe place. Good luck finding it. That was... Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I'm looking at Gerald's box right here. So let's give you a Squirrel saga update. It's like a soap opera. I am so invested. One time, long ago, I built a squirrel box, and in that squirrel box came Gerald, the little baby gray squirrel, and his mother, Helicopter Helen, tried to kick him out of that box, but he kept coming back, and then he was sleeping in it, and then Helen joined him sometimes, but then 3 squirrels, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, came and kicked him out of his home. It was so sad, and every time I checked the camera, because I put cameras in my box, it was always just Huey, Dewey, and Louie. What happened to Gerald? So I built Gerald his own house, and then waited patiently and filled it with peanuts. And then Gerald came, and then Gerald got a girlfriend, which I called Suey. And we thought that that was happily ever after. And every morning I would check the camera and they'd be cuddling. Except, I don't know what happened to Gerald, but Suey now has a new boyfriend. Let's call him Patooey, because there's no Gerald. There's just Suey and her boyfriend that keeps sneaking in. And I'm pretty sure they're making babies. I try not to watch that part, but the point is, Gerald is MIA, and now, I don't know, do I build a 3rd box? Why am I so invested in these squirrel lives? And I know this is what happens when you get older. Usually, you hit this certain age and suddenly you are aware of birds, and you want to like watch them, and you want to keep track of them, and you get binoculars. I skipped right over birds right into squirrels, so I feel like my 15-year-old self would be very embarrassed, but honestly, there is drama. It is better than any show you'll see on TV. It's like The Secret Lives of Squirrels, or something catchy like that. Who needs reality TV when you got your backyard and the salaciousness going on, okay? Everybody's... It's not PG, okay? I'll see you guys next time.